We are going to make a cross using plastic canvas, and what you are going to need is a plastic canvas. It looks like this. Hopefully you guys can see it. And a tapestry needle, which is it's kind of like a sewing needle, but it's big, and the hole where you put the thread is big enough for you to put yarn. And so that's what you are going to need. So go ahead and put your yarn through the needle. This might take me a minute. There we go, I got it. And if you cut the yarn like this, sideways, you know, you get it wet, it'll go through the hole perfectly fine, and you won't have no trouble doing it. So you just tie you a knot, get it real tight on there. Now, you can use these to make bracelets, necklaces, maybe, but I'm going to make a cross. So if you don't want it that big, go ahead and cut it. I'm going to make mine small. So go ahead and cut your canvas. Okay, see? That's about how big it's going to be. And since I'm making a cross, you're going to need just a little piece. So there you go, and it's going to look like this. Make sure you have the holes all lined up. That is what it's going to look like, but you gotta make sure you have the holes lined up. So we are going to go in through the back. Okay, so let's do this so you can see it. You're gonna go in through the back. You're gonna pull it through for however long you want the string. This is about how long I'm gonna do mine. And then you're gonna go out through the front. And you're gonna pull. Just like that. Okay? And then you are going to cut it so that string doesn't get in your way. And then you go in through the back, like that. Pull through, pull tight, don't pull too tight or else you'll pull the string all the way through. And then you're going to go out through the front, just like that. And then you're going to go in through the back again. Now I want you to continue to do this until you get to about, let's see here, until you get to into the fifth hole, and then you stop. And then you're gonna go in through the front, and then you're gonna go in through the front. Make sure you have the other piece that makes the cross. You're gonna go in through the front through both of these plastic canvases so it'll stick together. You're gonna pull through just like that. Make sure you keep the lines held up. Now I want you to continue to do this until you are done with this row, and then stop, okay? Okay, now that you are down to the last hole, I want you to take your needle and thread, and I just want you to stick it out through the front and pull it through. Okay, and then it's going to look like that. Right there, see that? Right there? It is supposed to look like that. Now, if you're doing this right, it will look like that. If not, you're doing it wrong. Okay. And then I want you to just continue what you were doing and finish up this row. And then I'm going to show you how to do the rest. Okay. So now that you are finished with both rows, you see this string that you started off with? I want you to cut the next string just as big, okay? So let's go ahead and cut that. Okay, so now you're going to tie 2 knots where these strings are, okay? So here. 1 knot, pull tight, and then tie 1 more. And then cut the strings off. Careful not to cut them too short, because then the knot will come undone and then you're going to have to start all over again. You don't want that. So, this only looks crooked right now because you have not done this part, okay? So now we're going to do the exact same thing with this part. So you just turn your cross like this. Doesn't matter if you do it like that or if you do it like that. It does not matter. Okay, so now we are going to hold the cross like this, and we are going to insert the needle through the back, and you're going to pull it through. Be careful or the string will come all the way through. Just pull it through to about that big, about that long, and then you're going to take your needle, and in the next hole you're going to go out through the front and pull it through. And you do this until you complete the first row. Okay, now I'm gonna show you. Now, when you see this part right here, and you see that part, you just want to go ahead and insert the needle where those 2 pink things are, so that way it will tighten this piece up right here so it won't move and stuff. So make sure your holes are lined up or your cross is going to be crooked and you don't want that. Okay, so you go in like that, pull through, and you just keep doing this pattern until you're done with your first row, and we'll come back then. Alright? Okay, so now that you're done with both rows, I want you to once again cut the string as big as the other one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, now I want you to tie 2 knots, just like you did the last time. Okay? So, there's one knot, see, there's 2. Now just cut the extra string off, but remember, don't cut it too short or it'll all come apart and I'll have to start it over. And there you have it. And you can make this into a keychain. And I will show you how to do that. All you have to do is you take that little silver ring that has all your keys connected to it, and you just put it through one of those little holes, and you got your keychain. Well, that's it. That's how it looks. Need any questions? Just ask.